Sorry, I'm the class teacher at Flying Ball Nursery. Just want to take this opportunity to welcome you to our nursery and talk to you a little bit about what our setting is like. Hopefully I'll answer any questions that you might have, but I'll give some contact details later on in the video if you have any further questions. So within our nursery we follow the 7 areas of learning as part of the EYFS. Our 3 prime areas are personal, social and emotional development, physical development and communication and language. So these are our main focuses that we'll be helping your children to develop. We also work on the 4 specific areas, so literacy, mathematics, understanding the world and expressive arts and design. Now a common question that we get asked is if your child has to wear uniform when attending the school nursery. It is not compulsory to wear uniform, it is completely your choice. If your child or you would like to purchase the school uniform, this can be done from the school office. There's also a section on our school website called Academy Uniform where you'll get a list of all the different prices of uniform. As I said, it's not compulsory to wear uniform, but we do ask that children wear clothes that are comfortable and easy for them to put on themselves. For example, if they're toilet training, they might need some looser trousers so they can help them, so they can go to the toilet themselves and develop that independence. The same with their shoes. If they want to change into wellies, for example, to go into the garden, it's really helpful if they can do that independently with Velcro shoes. We do also ask that shoes are all enclosed toes, no sandals or flip-flops when the weather is nicer, because they will be out in the garden and they will be doing lots of different active learning. So for their safety, we ask that their shoes are enclosed. We are a free-flow environment. That means that of the 3-hour session that they are in nursery each day, 2 hours of that they can spend outside or inside depending on their choice and what they are enjoying in the nursery environment. Therefore we do ask that children wear appropriate clothing, that warm clothing, layers such as jumpers, etc., so that if they are colder inside they can put jumpers on, but also waterproof coats with hood and wellies if you think that's appropriate for your child, so that they can enjoy the outside area. We do go out in all different kinds of weather, so if it is slightly drizzling, for example, we will still encourage the children to use the outside area as it is part of their independence and part of their curriculum to use the different areas. Now we try to incorporate all the 7 areas of learning throughout the inside and outside environment. So we enhance this with lots of different opportunities, lots of different activities, so that your children are always experiencing different things when they come into our nursery. This, for example, is a shop that we set up for the children so that they could experiment with money, so that they could do some mark making with writing shopping lists, etc., talking on the phone, lots of communication, lots of language. We also have the building area, where children can pretend to be a construction worker, or they might decide that they want to build different obstacle courses, lots of different things that they can use their imagination with. They have the digging area in the back garden, which we recently opened at the beginning of this academic year. So the children will have toy trucks in there, or digging, or exploring different things with buckets and spades, etc. And something that they really enjoy doing. However, can be quite messy, so again, reminders that please don't send them in clothes that you wouldn't want to get messy, because they will have a range of opportunities either in the mud or inside with paint, with water. There is possibilities for them to get dirty, so please don't send them in anything that you would not want to get dirty. We also have the table in the back garden, which we enhance with various different activities. This is an example of a mathematics activity where we get children to recognise different numbers, practicing their counting. But we do lots of other things on there, which include mark making, writing, painting, or even board games to practice that turn taking. Another popular area in the back garden is the bug hotel, where children will hunt for different bugs and insects. There's cards for them to explore what they can find. It sparks lots of conversation and is something that the children also seem to really enjoy. The music area we often have set up in the back garden, because that is something that really helps them with their phase 1 phonics, to explore different sounds in different ways, different rhythms, different beats. So this is a nice way for them to do that. Another new exciting area in our back garden is the tree house, which the children enjoy doing different activities in. Sometimes we set it up as another enhanced role play. For example, this was a campsite where the children could experiment with running the campsite or going camping, playing different games. We also use it as a quiet reading area, so sometimes we'll enhance it with different chairs and books, so the children can enjoy a book independently with an adult or share with a friend, depending on their own choice. We do like to have all different the 7 areas of learning represented inside and outside in the environment, because we find that a lot of children do enjoy spending that 2 hours free flow session in the outside environment. So it's nice for them to have the opportunity to do their reading, their writing, their maths, all outside as well. This shows an example of how the outside garden might be set up. So this is the main nursery garden, where you can see there's an obstacle course, a building shed, another role play area, mark making, trikes, bikes, cars, etc. We also have some natural play out here, a sand area and a mud kitchen, so there's those messy play opportunities for the children as well that they very much enjoy doing. You'll find this is where your child will be dropped off and collected from, so they're from the main garden. Unfortunately, we can't invite you into the setting at the moment due to different COVID-19 regulations. We do ask that you drop off in this part of the garden. We're currently following a one-way system, so we ask that parents enter the gate for the garden through the nursery gate, follow the arrows, and will then leave the garden through the main gate once they have dropped their child off. Please ensure social distancing is followed while in the line, and then an adult will either call your child in at the beginning or send your child out to you at the end of a session. Just a reminder that the AM session runs from 8:30 to 11:30 and the PM session is from 12:15 to 3:15, and that is Monday to Friday. Please can only one adult enter the garden at drop-off and collection time, and we do ask that you wear a face mask all of the time that you are on the school site. Punctuality is really important for us, so at collection and at drop-off, please make sure that you're on time, as this can cause anxieties for the children if you're running late or if they're coming in late. So please ensure that you're arriving at 8:30 or 12:15 and you're ready to collect at 11:30 or 3:15 in the afternoon. So this is an example of some of the areas we have within inside the nursery setting. So this is our maths area, which we will do different enhancements. So there's some things that are there every day that the children can play with, and then there's different things that change from time to time on the light box, different resources, counting, size, shapes, etc. for your children to explore. This is our writing area. So you can see there's a range of different opportunities for mark making. We encourage different writing styles, letter formation, but also in exploring holding the pen correctly, using big marks, small marks, so experimenting in lots of different ways to support your child's overall development and readiness for school. This is our main carpet area where we will have large group time, but there is also the construction, so the children can do lots of different building with Duplo, waffle blocks, the large wooden blocks, so they can be really imaginative in this area and engage with lots of different construction activities. We also have our home area, so this is an example of where we, in our celebrations topic, we were looking at Thanksgiving one week, so we were trying to encourage the children to use their manners when they were handing over the different foods to each other, and so have a sort of practicing that example of a family meal. So that was the enhancement there, but it's the area that is always available, because we find that lots of children enjoy engaging with that home life environment for their role play because it's what they're familiar with. So this is our creative area and our sand area. So we try to again encourage that real independence. So children, there will be some different enhanced provision for them to do different creative activities, but we do try and encourage them to make their own choices on what they'd like to make, how they want to do it, how they want to improve it. Again, with the sand area, another popular area where the children experiment with sieving, pouring, etc., and making different moulds, sometimes from the wet sand or hunting through the sand. Lots of different learning opportunities for them there to engage with. The final area is our reading area. So this is obviously more of a quiet area where we encourage children to engage again with books independently, with an adult or with their friends, or it might just be if they want somewhere to go that's a bit quieter for them. We also in the nursery have a snack area and We have a malleable play where they'll experiment with different Play-Doh, etc., that I will talk about in a moment. Unfortunately, sometimes in the nursery setting, small accidents can happen, which may mean that your child requires some sort of first aid. We're all paediatric first aid trained within the nursery, and there's also first aid trained members of staff within the school. If your child were to receive some sort of first aid from a member of staff, at the end of the session you would be provided with a slip giving details of the incident and when it happened, and also asked to sign to show that you've had that information shared with you. If your child has an injury to the head during their time at nursery, you will receive information from the office about what happened as soon as it has happened. This might either be through a phone call or via a text message. If your child is ill or has a more serious injury that means that they need to be collected, again you will be contacted by the school office. So please make sure that all your contact details are up to date and that there is someone that can be contacted while your child is within the setting at all times. At Flying Ball Academy, we believe that the importance of reading, and that it's really important to have a good start with reading even within the nursery setting. Therefore, we do encourage children to bring in their own book bags into the school, where we can then offer books for them to take home and share with their adults at home. And this also provides a one-to-one opportunity for myself as the class teacher to sit and share a book and change a book with your child once a week. We will only allow children to take home a reading book from school if they have a book bag, either a school book bag or a book bag that you have provided from home. But we need to ensure that the books are kept safe and returned, as these are all logged at school. Now, we've started a new style of snack within our nursery setting this term, which we're calling a rolling snack, which is trying to develop the children's independence and ensuring that all their needs are met, including if they're feeling hungry or thirsty, for example. We have food, snacks and drinks available for them throughout the session. To encourage the children's independence, they're encouraged to pour their own drinks, help each other, use their manners, select what fruits and snacks they enjoy, and also then they're given the responsibility of washing up their own plates and cups and then putting them to dry within a safe environment that's monitored by an adult. We really think this is working and benefiting the children. It's lovely to see their independence growing, especially when they can go out and tell their parents that they've done their own washing up and they're enjoying having that freedom of snack going on throughout the session. This also means that they get an opportunity to sit down with different children, have conversations, and improves conversations with the adults while sitting at the table enjoying snack. Now, obviously, your children are going to be starting with us in the spring term in January 2021. So you will, as unfortunately we can't do home visits at the moment, I will phone you all and do an introduction phone call either on Monday the 4th of January or Tuesday the 5th. This is basically just an opportunity for you to tell me anything else that you feel that I need to know about your child. For example, information on where they are at with their potty training, if you've got any specific questions or worries, or if there's any further information that you feel we need to know. You should have received communication from the school office to confirm if your introductory call will be on the Monday or the Tuesday, but I will endeavour to make sure that you all have that information by the end of this week. If your introductory call takes place on the Monday, then you will be bringing your child in to start on Wednesday the 6th. If you have your introductory call on the Tuesday, then we would like your child to come and start with us on Thursday the 7th. Depending on if they're morning or afternoon session, that will be as normal. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we can't actually have you in to do settling in sessions like we normally would. However, we can be flexible about the needs that your children have. If they find that they need shorter sessions to begin with, or if they need other provision, we will endeavour to provide that for the children to ensure they're happy and safe within our environment. And we'll work with you to ensure that everything is what your child needs. If you do have any further questions that you need answered before the introduction phone calls at the beginning of next year, please feel free to contact the school office, or you can email me at the email address below, so that is yearn@fbacademy.co.uk. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of your children and working with you in providing the best start for your children in their education. Again, if you have any questions, just contact the school. Thank you for your time. Thanks. Bye.